What's up? Today we are going to paint pots with an ombre effect. So exciting. I have a whole set of 3, so we're going to do 3 different colors in small, medium, and large. I don't have a plant for this yet, but I did get a plant for this medium one just now and I'm super excited. Okay, so first things first, what you need is you need to make sure you have some good brushes. A pretty large brush, because the bigger the brush, the more space you can paint at one time. I'm also using with acrylic paint for this. I have to start with white. I'm probably going to use some of these cool colors too. I'm going to do a little mixing. I have to do a little mixing because it's ombre. Make sure you have a newspaper laid down, your cup of water, and that's pretty much all you need. Oh, also, always keep a paper towel on hand because things get messy. Oh, and a palette. Sorry, I keep forgetting things. Palette too. I've had this palette for years and it's lasted me forever. So get a good palette or just use a paper plate, whatever, I don't care. So the first thing I'm gonna do is paint all of these pots white, and then I'm gonna let them dry because that is how my ombre effect is gonna start. I'm gonna have a white background and then I'm gonna paint dark, medium, light, and then keep the tops white. That's what I'm going for. First thing I'm gonna do, pour some paint into my palette. I have to paint a lot in there. And actually my little secret is to add water to it too, so it kind of like thins it out a little and it kind of goes a little bit longer. Oop. Okay, so this is my first video. Oop, is getting all over the place because it's so thin right now because of the water. Good thing I'm not behind the camera. I gotta tell you guys, when I'm behind the camera, you get dizzy, and you'll get very dizzy. In the future, it might take you along for some vlogs for me shopping. It's a little thin, so it's gonna need a couple more layers. I don't usually paint the bottoms because I'm like, it's the bottom. I'm just gonna look at the bottom. Pizza's here. Pause. Okay, I'm back. My pizza arrived. Not eating it yet. This is just how my videos are gonna be, guys. Just get used to it. Get used to me. You guys know how to paint, right? I mean, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm going side to side, and I'm holding it from the inside, if you've noticed. I definitely like that I added water. In my last projects, I did not add water when I painted the whole pot, but now I paint is gonna go a lot farther. I almost dropped it, for sure. Okay, so that's one pot down, and I'm probably gonna forward you guys through this next process. Okay, so I am deciding to do a third layer on these. Just move this one out of the way. Oh! I just spilled all my water. Pause! Okay, I'm back. Yes, I did just spill a whole ass cup of water for my paint. I had to clean it up and it's all clean now. And now I already had poured out the paint, so now I'm gonna quickly just try to do this third layer onto all these different pots. This is blooper reel. It's gonna be a real fun one, guys. I swear, I like never really spill like that, so it would happen. It would happen now. Anyways, that's why you lay down paper towels, and or why you have paper towels on hand. Well, obviously one wasn't good enough, but that's why you have newspapers laid down just in case, because it does soak up any spillage that you have. These are, the third layer is pretty easy because you're just kind of going over it one more time. Smoothing out any bubbles. I love how it looks glossy. I'm gonna have to do another pot of the month type of project, or pot of the month, what? Craft of the month with pots again, and do more different techniques. But for now, we'll just keep on using the acrylic paint as we have it. Okay, so this one, pretty easy to get done. Let me put it down so you guys can see. That's why it's a little shiny right now, because it's still drying. And again, I thinned out the paint with some water. Anyways, so for this, I really want to talk to you guys actually about supporting small businesses. Some of the plants that I'm going to feature in these pots once I'm done are small businesses that are local, and they are Black owned. I haven't got one for my big pot yet. I think I'm going to go to one of my local nurseries and get that. I think I want to get a snake plant for that one because it's a little bit bigger. I think I should be able to fit it in there. So I want to talk to you guys about, like I said, really supporting your small local businesses. Especially right now, it's really good to, not just now, but always, to support the small businesses, especially since we're in the middle of a pandemic and small businesses are struggling right now. And they're struggling a lot more than the big companies because they haven't had time to, set up, pick up, curbside pickup, or maybe have a website and be accessible online. And right now it's like a really hard to be a small business owner just because of how are you reaching your audience and your usual clientele right now. And right now, in what we're going through, I think it's really important to support Black-owned businesses as well. So there's a lot of different lists out there right now that tell you a lot of Black-owned businesses depending on what you're looking for. So with food, I've been searching for nurseries and actually have a really good friend that's been able to help a lot of my friends, and I find those Black-owned plant businesses. And so I'm going to feature some of their plants once this is all done. And you can check that on my blog post actually. They have some really cute plants. And a lot of them are pretty rare too, so that's really cool. And it's different than just supporting the local nurseries because you're supporting a Black-owned company, and we really need to help with reaching out to the Black community and helping them grow. And it's not just the Black community, it's all communities obviously, but right now, focus on the Black community. And if you have a problem with that, shove it. So where I live in my town, the list for Black stores to support is very freaking small. It's very small and very pitiful. But that just shows like we need to support more Black businesses and just shop small, guys. Shop small as much as possible because it really helps out, and it really literally just goes back into your community because these are people that live in your community and they're part of your community and everything. I mean, they're for sure gonna invest back into your community also, I'm not even gonna lie though, I still have it. I'm a Prime member, Amazon Prime member, been one for years now, and that's purely out of convenience. And I'm trying to use it as a last resort nowadays, just because I know it's still hard to get a lot of things. I was making masks and I had a really hard time finding elastic anywhere locally, so I had to go to Amazon, and even that took for freaking ever. It basically stopped me from producing masks because I couldn't get the elastic. It took like a month to get here, and by that time you're like, oh, everybody has masks already. I'm sure people still need masks though, but seriously, like there is some things that I'm like, oh yeah, I have to get on Amazon, but I have been making an effort lately to check other places before I go there, and even to Target, and I love Target. I like just getting lost in there, and some of their stuff is like, it feels really small business like, but it's like not like but it just feels like it because like some of the designer stuff is pretty cool too. But I'm not a Walmart shopper, definitely not. Haven't been, unless I'm like completely forced to, and that's like the only option because I'm in some weird area that doesn't have a Target. Keep shopping small, guys. Support whatever you have locally. There is a business out there that has what you need. You just gotta do a little digging. So you can see a little bit of the lines there, but I'm kind of okay with that. I might do another layer on these guys when I might get started. We'll see. Okay, gotta let this dry again for another 10-15 minutes. Okay, so now it is time to ombre. As you can see right here, I mixed a little light purple, super light purple. I think I'm gonna do this in three different purples. So for each of these pots, 3 different ones. And I'm only gonna show you this one because I realize this is taking a really long time. Okay, so I basically mixed half white, half purple right now, maybe even a little bit more white, and I added a lot of water to it. Not a lot of water. I'm exaggerating. I do that a lot. But I added water to it. Oh no! Because it's super slippery. I got some up there. It slipped down. Okay, so let's hold it from here. Luckily all the paint's dry, but if you can see that like dripped all the way up there. Let me just take my paper towel and wipe it off. Yeah, keep it facing down. Or else if you have water mixed in with your paint, it is gonna drip. Drip, drip. Okay, cool. Then once again, I'm gonna let this dry. Probably gonna let this dry a little bit longer. So maybe next time I would add less water. So if you see, you can kind of tell where I've been trying to apply it and where it's pretty much just like taking it off. That's fine because we're gonna add more layers. Okay, layer 1 of purple, lightest layer, done. Okay, so now that that first layer has dried, it's a little bit streaky. I'm a little okay with that though, because it's only the first layer. So now I'm going to go into the second layer, which I've already mixed some paint here. I just basically just added more purple paint to this. So now it's a little bit more dark purple, and that's going to be a good medium layer for this ombre effect that I'm going for. So again, I'm gonna hold the pot like this now so it doesn't drop. Also because this paint is a little thicker, so it's probably not gonna be able to like wipe off as easily as the last layer. And I'm not even going in the same streaks or like this. I'm not really matching too much of the curve that I created at the top before. I'm just kind of going with it differently. And since this is thicker, it's not as streaky. And so you can kind of see that ombre effect coming in a little bit better now. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a little bit more paint to this, and I'm gonna add a little bit more paint to the mixture here. And then once I'm done with that third layer, or once I mix that and this dries up, I will add that last third layer and we'll be all done. Yeah. Time for the last layer. Okay, so the last layer is basically just the paint color that is from the bottle. I haven't really mixed this with anything. It is mixed into what was in there before, but that pretty much dried since the last round. So it's pretty much just the paint that's coming from the little tube. Not a tube. Container. Default. It's the default one. Anyway, so last layer, I'm gonna paint it on also. Hopefully this is a little bit darker. Yep, this is a little bit darker than that middle one. And also definitely less streaky. Boom, 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 boom. So that is my ombre effect. I got it a little too close on that side to the medium layer, but what can you do? Honestly, still looks fine to me. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining my first video. This was a fun one. It took kind of all day because we had tree trimming and I haven't really figured out the logistics of how I'm doing my videos yet. So bear with me. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.